was gas district, so there were a lot of gas cylinders and so on. And then when the FDR was built, already a lot of them got cleaned, but then it was a toxic area actually. You have to know that at that particular time, even before the World War ended, there were a lot of these idealists who were thinking about how people can live, how do you improve people's life, and in a very radical way. So they had this idea about, okay, let's create a garden in the middle of the city, and then so people can live as if in the countryside. So that was the genesis of it. And there was a huge need for housing, of course, at that time, because people were coming back from the wars and they were getting married, and there were young families that needed to be housed. And so, two things came out of that. One was places like Stuyvesant Town and the NYCHA housing, which was also being built at that time and soon after. But then the other solution was suburbs.
We're just on the cusp of the suburbanization movement, which basically 2/3 of the middle class of this city is suburbanized. They got out with their cars and everything else. So the strategy was, how can we keep that middle class in the city and kind of make them feel safe in the middle of this enormous, demographic change that's happening.
As an architect, I really appreciated the urbanistic value of that project, right? And we loved the idea that you really live in a park, basically, and that it's all pedestrian. It's a very nice atmosphere. It's an oasis. You get out of your building and you are in your own world. And it's interesting that it's really differently from the rest of the city. Even though there are no barriers, there are no gates, there isn't anybody else in there. There are only the inhabitants, the people that live there. So de facto, it really creates this citadel, this place where everybody is. It's an interesting world within the world of New York City, but at the same time, you are in New York City, right? When you get out of that, then you are in this village, or you are on First Avenue, or you are on the FDR with the park and all of that. So it's a very interesting place to be, very unexpected.
I saw it was that you could feel very much like you're not in New York City just by being here. It had this very different kind of feel. It doesn't even feel like old New York. It's just like almost like a little bit of a respite for the city, almost like you're living in a park, which is pretty amazing. After private enterprise came in, Blackstone, I think they had more incentive to upkeep the property, make it look better, because they were having more market rate tenants come in. So that, in a sense, kind of subsidized in a way this beautiful surroundings that we have today. What they need to do is they have to put improvements into the apartment that essentially are almost like NCI increases right away to that apartment. I think legally, if they do X amount of dollars in improvement, then the market becomes deregulated. I was mentioning my next door neighbor. She was one of the original tenants. When she left, they fixed up the apartment and someone new moved in, and they raised the rent to, it was like maybe double. So that is going to continue, I think, and eventually, as time goes by, there will be more and more market rate.
For sure, the incomes in Stuyvesant Town in the 2020 census will be higher than the 2010 census or the 2000 census, but I don't know the exact figures. But it just means that in the ownership changes and the legal framework involved with that, of course, it has been allowed to have, let's say, more diversity of income than before. The crucial component of funding housing, which was the national government, has been decreased, and that is an ideological issue, of course. rates appears not to be getting any better.
But like anything else, I think eventually, one day, this will all be market rate. Unless they come up with some other idea. Or the neighborhood starts getting run down again. But I don't think this is going to happen for in our lifetime.